So, step one, weighed out the jewelry after taking the white gold out. So we had 323.2 grams of yellow gold, and we have 10 grams here of white gold that I did pull out and put aside because it says for some reason to do white gold separate. I haven't figured out why yet, so until I do, we're just gonna follow the instructions and put it aside. So we have that here. So then I calculated we should get a yield of 8.08 grams, hopefully. Step two, put all the pieces that were cut up into hydrochloric acid to boil to remove tin and aluminum and something else. I know that's not, I'm missing a very iron, I think, something. Well, I'm brain dead right now. It's been a long day. So we're going to boil this, like Hope's book says, in extremely hot hydrochloric acid to remove all of that from the gold. And then it says, once we do that, you can see better over here, jewelry in there, that we should be able to separate the gold parts of the jewelry from some of the other base metals. I'm not super sure I understand what that meant, but we'll find out. Well, it looks like it's boiling. I see steam coming out of the top here, so maybe I'm going to back away. Don't want to be breathing that in. Oh, it's just steam. It's not boiling yet. So, step two, boil. And then I'm documenting step. And don't pay attention to my mess. I've got a whole lot of things going on out here. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Yay! So after boiling for a couple of hours, a lot of the gold is now inside this hydrochloric acid and dissolved, which is really, really nice. So we're going to separate that, our filter, and then I'm not getting it on. See it? All the gold all over the beaker. All down here. So we got to get all of that out. So I will need second. Okay. And make sure we don't leave any of the gold. On the edges. So we've recovered some of our gold. I will put aside till further on. And all that black stuff in there with the gold, we don't want. See, that's the problem. So we're going to have to get it all out. So the purpose of our hydrochloric boil was to remove the yucky base metals that we don't want in our process. But if you can see in here, this is the water from our hydrochloric boil, and I mean, I'd have to be pretty dumb to say that's not full of gold flakes that came off of our plated jewelry. So I can't discard this. It didn't dissolve the gold, but it did take it off. So I kind of wondering if I should boil some more. Hi, Jackson. Jackson. Don't, the acid's on the ground, spilled. So we have here, you can see all the gold flakes still in the bag. Lots of gold in the net. So some of it is on this plate, granted. And then when I open this to take a better peek, it looks like stuff that might have been gold plated, we might have pulled the plating off, which is great. But there's some stuff, obviously, like this, that is still much gold. So I'm almost thinking of doing another boil here, maybe a little longer this time, because it did, off of a lot of this stuff, take a lot of the gold off. Like the color, you can see it's like a a dinge brown, no longer gold, and then the pieces that are gold really stand out. And this is, some of this is dinge brown. So you can see where the stuff was underneath something, or it wasn't. Yeah, I think we need another foil. And what we'll do after the next foil, we'll just have to save all of that stuff that comes off. And then we'll do our acariccia. Oh, it's a stone. So I got done boiling in the hydrochloric to remove all the unwanted base metals, and what I ended up pulling off is a lot of the gold. I mean, if that's not the gold, I don't really know. And my mind's playing tricks on me, because it sure does look like the gold that came off the plating of the jewelry. Yeah, that's the gold. So that's a good little amount of gold that's already come off the jewelry. Wow. Yeah, that's gold. Okay, and so filtered it, it came out looking like that. Now, that weird white crystally stuff on the bottom, that's the stuff we don't want, that you see, that we want to get rid of. That's crystallized down there. Yeah, we definitely don't want that in there. Although I'm not quite sure what that compound is. I know that is not a gold. And I do have stannous solution to test, but because it's a solid at the bottom and not dissolved into the water, it literally wouldn't test positive anyway. But up here, that's the gold. Yeah, so it filtered the gold, and then it crystallized on here the compound that we didn't want. So I think we're doing it right. Here's our gold. A lot of it is now brown. Looks like it went through a fire, because a lot of the gold plating is missing. But a lot of it is still gold too. So, and I still see a lot of gold in this net I need to get out. And on some of this stuff, it's gold. Everything you touch is gold. So I have now boiled the gold inside uric acid and hydrogen peroxide mixture. Two-thirds uric acid and 1/3 hydrogen peroxide. And as you can see, there's still gold on here, but this water, or nice not water, this acid, I can see gold flakes floating in it. a little bit, and then it's green. So when I test it over here with our Stannis solution test, that basically, blurry. If it turned black, purple, whatever, brown, that means there's gold contained inside of the, there it is, called June 2023. It's good to tell. I have another bottle, so when this one runs out. But I've done this, and it's completely clear. So that means, I mean, I know the hydrogen peroxide and amuric acid together can dissolve gold if that's the only metal present, because it's not. It's still really hot, so it's steaming. It immediately cements back out, or it stays as a solid and never fully dissolves. That's why it works so good to get the fingers off of the PCU boards, or CPU boards. Oh, that was steamy. So now we have this nice green solution that I can discard because it contains no gold. I want to get this gold stuff out of here. Yeah, there's lots of gold floating in there. Look at that. And then all over the bottom too. So we've got American nitric acid going, dissolving in my metals. You can see the fuse. I tried to filter through the charcoal, but still some comes out. Can't breathe out there. So, in about an hour or two, all our metal should be dissolved. All the brown fumes should be gone. And we'll see. It's fuming. That the acid's working on our metals right now. So I soaked my metals inside of the acid till it was fully saturated and thick. So then I moved it to a new beaker, started a whole new batch of acid, and this beaker is not even on a hot plate or a stir, and you see how you can see bubbling. When the reaction starts, the temperature goes up to about 130, and it'll start to boil. You can see it's wanting to boil. You can also see the steam coming from it. So that is our 2 jars of liquid gold. Now I'll have to filter it, precipitate it, redissolve it, to clean it one more time. Then it should be yellow instead of this green, black, whatever color you want to call this. how much is left. Not much at all. Not much at all left. There's our metals in there. Earlier I could really see metals. Now, looks like they're pretty much dissolved. Oh no, I see a little bit of metals over here still. But it's still dissolving. Let those finish dissolving. And I'll make sure there's gold. So we're needing this to turn black. That means that it's got dissolved gold in it. Oh yeah. So it turns nice and black. So purple, brown, purple, black, gold. So this is our precious metal detection liquid. And that's what we're looking for right there is black. So means we got our gold melted in our stuff. Let's check our other jar, make sure it also has gold in it here. I'll put that one over here and get a little bit more on there. Okay. But it must be starting to react because I started to smell it. I don't think I have enough on there, so we're gonna use our pipette. Yes, that's black too. Perfect. Pour glass. That's all I use it for. So we're at the last stage in precipitating our gold. I don't know if you can see, that's the gold precipitating in there. You can kind of see the oil, the liquid gold oil swirls in the water. And it is going to turn into powder, like this stuff floating on top. And this stuff down here at the very bottom. So there's my gold powder, bam, right there. And see this one? Oh yeah, there's a lot of gold powder down there. So that's all, sheesh, it's only gold. We might have more than 8 grams. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, it kind of looks like a lot, and we still have a lot to go still. I mean, there's still a lot of gold liquid in there. So, take a day or two, precipitate, and then we'll run it through one more time, clean it up, and see what we got. That might be a nice little amount right down here. So that's it. That's our refining. Let's take a look at this light. Now you can see the gold color, the metallic, right? It's like a green, gold, yellow. in there. You can see the swirl, so there's a lot to still be precipitated out. We still can't see through the liquid at all. It's too murky, which means there's a lot of gold in the liquid still. How about this one? Yep, too murky. Can't see anything. This one's nice. This one's got a lot of gold in it too. Trying to see how much, but precipitate away. Give me all my gold. You can see it all on the sides here too. So we're at the end of our gold precipitating. Let me get my camera angle. So, look here. You can actually see it in the water. Floating around in there, but it looks solid, so I'm guessing this one is done and it's just bubbling around in there. And so this one, it's not as see how the water is no longer foggy and you can see through there. But the glass is very dirty on the outside from the boiling of the chemicals and everything. But I'm gonna see. It's hot. So I'm gonna shine the light in here now. Remember how it was oily and gold? See how it's no longer oily and gold? It's green, but there's like no oil swirls. shine the light. Get into it. The glass is too dirty on it. You can actually see the light through. Look at now, maybe this one I wiped it off so it's not as dirty. See, that's all on the outside. But I don't want to spray it and wipe it down with it this hot because I don't want the glass to shatter. But basically, this one's got an awful lot at the bottom. Wow. This one does too, but in places like over here I saw a lot. Yeah, see? And over here. But this one literally. Okay. Has a lot going around it. So I'm going to be turning them off and letting them go. I just need to know if they have innate gold still dissolved in it. I'll take some of this, put it down here. And see if it turns black or not. Let's see. There's still a little black in there. So there's still gold, but it's almost gone. You see, it's the lights. I need the light. This light is so bright. But basically, it's on the top right there. You can kind of see it. Right. See when I got that angle, I think. But not much, I'll tell you that. So let's see. Actually, in the dark, you can see it better. There it is. See the right there. That's the gold. So now, this plate's hot as hell. Does this one? But this one, I think I can just. Some of it, and then we'll put it here. So it's starting out black. Let's see. This one's a different color. So the other one is more green, which indicated the gold had dropped. So this one's darker. I'm guessing it's going to have a lot more gold in it. This one appears to maybe not have gold. Let me see. I'll find out for sure. Just to make sure. Is this? black right there, Phil. Over here. Might be getting pretty close. Once it cools down, the rest of it should drop. Yeah, actually, there might not be any more gold in there. I'm not familiar enough with it to know yet what I'm seeing and recognize it. I'm just kind of guessing. Well, all along I was just guessing, but so I'm about to start the last cycle. I'm filtered. This right here would be our gold mud. It feels pretty heavy in this filter, but it doesn't look like an awful lot. I'm questioning if we even got 8 grams or if we even got 4 grams. I mean, I don't know. Won't know till I hit it with the torch, I guess. But yeah, that's all gold. It's actually really thick on the filter though, so it should be at least 4 grams. And again, I've never done it, so that calculation of 8 grams could just be way off altogether. Who even knows? But it looked like a lot more in there on the bottom than it does in here. So I'm gonna run it through again. And looks looks a lot different here than it does down here. Oh, see, there's still some gold getting through, so that's why I'm gonna have to put another filter in there. You see the gold in the bottom there? That means it's not catching it all. My filter's getting weak. So now that most of the liquid's out, and I'm looking, it looks a lot thicker down there in the bottom of this filter. I can actually see it maybe being what we were hoping for. That's some real thickness down there, actually. So this is the last refining to really clean it. You see the difference in color? From the last one was like green, and this one's like that color my fingers were stained, that bright yellow. So this one is our high quality pure gold batch. Like once we do it the second time, I think that's how we get it to be so much cleaner. Or with, you know, so let's just put one little drop on here. Is there enough on there? Really only need one drop, but okay. So if it turns, like it says, light purple to brown to a purplish black, that means gold. And depending on the shade, it's how potent or how saturated it is. So we want black. One drop, let me see. Wow. You see? This is all underneath the mirror, by the way. It's not on top of it. Yes, so that is definitely saturated gold in here. It's a nice dark color. I always check how dark the color is with the napkin. So sometimes I feel like the glass is just not good. So I'll wipe it. Yeah. So the reason I think my gold was so pure is because, I mean, look, I'm filtering it, and there's like nothing in the filter. When it suggests in the book to torch it is when we have that mucky mud, that brown mud in the filter that I said I was going to refine again. That's what it said, now torch, right? But you know how much pollutants that were in it? And it said just add your borax, flux, and acid, and you'll be fine. No, you won't, really. So there's like, it's leaving nothing in this filter. Like, it's super clean. So I feel like this is nothing but pure liquid gold right now. It's very diluted with water, though. So I'm going to precipitate it as soon as this finishes. And what time is it? 1 something? Hopefully before you leave at 4 today, I can come in with the results. We'll see. I really honestly have no clue how much will actually lit. It's kind of exciting. So this is all that's left in our filter. Not very much. I mean, that's something, but it's honestly not a whole lot. Look at how yellow that is. Oh, ooh, it's like neon. So now we need to get it to 180 degrees to precipitate. There's our quadratic. I'm trying to span off. So I'm starting with 77 grams of it, but I'm going to keep going until my test solution shows there's no more gold. Oh, it's starting to form. There's no more gold inside of the liquid. So we'll come back in 2 hours and see what we've got. Maybe an hour and a half, I don't know. So I'm gonna try to zoom in, see if you can't see. And it's really hard to see through this, but basically, if I go down here, can you see what's happened? You see all that stuff bobbing and floating? That's actually not gold. It's precipitated into this like brown sponge, right? It's literally a brown sponge. Like the whole thing is dark brown. But when you zoom in, it's not solid. That's what I was trying to show. It is actually in the water, but a sponge. So that it's all brown though. So this is what it looks like when it's done precipitating. It's no longer a bright yellow. It's this foggy color, and it has all this. Okay, Savannah. And it has all this stuff at the bottom that's supposed to be
down there.
a gold. I can see how shiny it is all on the side of the glass. Look at that. That's really pretty.
Huh?
This one down here is not pretty though.
It's me up here.
So I doused it. Now I'll let it. Okay. 10.7 grams. Oh my gosh. Yay! I calculated 8 and we got 10.7. And this is like beautiful. Like it's heavier than shit though. Oh, there's a little bit of that flux still on here, I see. Okay, so don't look at my fingers that close, Jesus. I burnt them with the acid.